Yeah, dating a single mom isn't easy. Some even claim it's the worst mistake you can make. But is it really that bad if the girl of your dreams is a MILF? In today's video, we're going to find out if you should be dating that cute single mama. The reality of dating a single mom is not all sunshine. So let's first take an honest look at the downsides that you might find when dating somebody who has kids. One of our online dating management clients, let's call him Eric, was a successful finance guy. Someone who was fun, outgoing, had an amazing house and a great body. He was the type most girls would love to settle down with. This made it for us very easy to set him up with a bunch of dates. From these, he quickly found a girl he wanted to get a long-term relationship with. Eric happy, us happy, on to the next client. Fast forward almost a year and I get a message. It was Eric, he wanted to jump on a call. Eric told me he was dating a single mother. Hot girl, successful, overall a great catch. But there was one problem. Her child saw Eric as the big bad guy. The reason why her mom and dad weren't together anymore. Eric tried his best to establish a good relationship with the child, even buying amazing gifts. It didn't work out for Eric and it just went from bad to worse. After months of dating this girl with whom he had great chemistry, it all ended. His heart was broken. The lesson that we can learn from here is that children are unpredictable. You cannot control how they're going to behave when the mother is in a new relationship. Even when you do everything right, they can still be the reason why you have to let somebody incredible go. Now you might think to yourself,
Koen, this is really messed up. Could this have been avoided?
The answer is yes, but I'll get to that in a little bit. Having a girlfriend is amazing, but when you're not alone anymore, you need to adjust to the other person. When she has children, you need to adjust even more. A party vacation in Las Vegas probably is not on the schedule anymore, and that's just the beginning. Children have school, friends, sports, and a lot of emotions. The level to which you get exposed to that differs from mom to mom. Children are also not cheap. Now, this financial burden might be fully carried by the mom and dad, but that's all depending on their financial situation. There are definitely some single mothers who are specifically looking for guys that can financially support them. So you need $300 for diapers? Okay, here is it. Just take it. The complexity only increases when we're talking about more kids, specifically yours. This comes in two parts. First, if you have children, how well are they going to mingle? Also, are you going to live together and is the house big enough? Second, if you want children of your own, is she actually able to have more children and open to that idea? Or is that a dream you have to give up on? You're freaking out now, aren't you? Listen, I told you I was going to be honest with you, so we had to discuss this. Don't worry, in a minute I'll explain how to best deal with this. Now let's take a look at the other side. Is there any hope to successfully date that cute single mother? Whenever I see babies, I always think to myself, they don't do much, do they?
That's a cute baby. So when is he gonna stop crying?
Now once in a while you get an answer from an anonymous parent that says, yeah, in the beginning it's quite a headache and you don't get much back.
Hey little buddy, me and mom have just kind of decided that you should start paying for your own diapers, so good luck.
Here's a quick summary. We have diapers full of shit. We have crying for no and every reason that exists and broken nights that will totally ruin your sleep. The end result is black bags on the eyes and not the best mood. Now why is this a positive? Because that stage has probably already passed. That means you get to enjoy the nicer years. For children, the world is brighter, more intense, and most importantly, worry-free. They don't have papers to write for university or a boss that gives them deadlines. This worryless state is very contagious. Having this happy, free-flowing element around you can boost your overall happiness. It's pretty simple. For the cost of one ice cream, you'll be called the best person in the world for at least an hour. Not a bad deal, is it? Enough talking about children, I know you're here for the hot meals. So even though some girls are delusional nowadays,
I don't hang out with ugly people. I just don't. Like, if you can't dress, if your hair's always a mess, if you're just not attractive, sorry.
most girls are realistic. Women know that most guys who are the cream of the crop are less likely to go for single mothers. This creates an interesting dynamic. A situation where in general, the girl is okay with a guy that has a little bit lower value. Not a bad deal at all. At the end of the day, taking the chance of dating a single mom has the benefit of giving you a bigger family. Will you be blood related? No, but it doesn't mean that you cannot have an amazing bond. I had a stepdad, God rest his soul, with whom I had a great bond and we laughed a lot together. Now let's be honest, no two situations are the same. You might have an amazing life with single mom A that has 2 kids, while single mom B, who has 1 child, might be a complete nightmare because she's jobless, emotionally unstable, and expects you to take full responsibility right away. As you can see, it's not all bad, and dating a single mom definitely has some advantages. To make it easier deciding whether to date that single mom or not, I have a framework for you. This will help you take the emotions out of it so you can analyze objectively if dating that single mom is a good idea or way too much to handle for you. Okay, point number 1 is kill the butterflies. When you meet somebody, you're going to enter the honeymoon phase. Everything about this person is amazing and a gift from heaven. Well, she's not. So in order to make a proper assessment, you need to enter logical mode and think objectively if she's really good or a walking red flag. Point number 2 is dealing with kids. Children are not for everybody. For example, Elon Musk is a big fan and he probably has 200 children by now, while you might really dislike them. If that's so, be honest with yourself and just find a girl who doesn't have children. You might not be exposed to them in the beginning, or you might be able to handle them in the beginning, but that's not a great long-term strategy. Point number 3, how much are we talking? The more the merrier doesn't exactly apply when we talk about kids. It's a lot easier to deal with 1 child versus 4. Besides that, the number of children she has is going to impact the likelihood of future children with you. And that brings us to the next point. Point number 4 is let's make our own. You might really want to have children on your own. If that's the case, she needs to have an age where this is possible and she needs to be willing to have more kids. Point number 5 is how complex are we talking? Does she have a good job? Is she getting support from her surroundings? Does she live far away? The more complicated her situation, the harder it is to make the relationship work. And that's without taking your situation into consideration. On screen, you'll find some of the things to think about regarding complexity. Point number 6 is, can I have your attention? When it comes to single mothers, you're not going to be her number 1 priority. This means you need to be okay when she's not 24/7 there for you. Anna, come on, my balls are turning purple. Leave the children, I want to hook up. Be honest with yourself and figure out how much attention do you really need. Point number 7 is flying first class. You know by now that you're going to sacrifice in some areas. Of course, you're getting something back. One thing might be that she's more attractive, interesting, or resourceful. Check if besides the kids, is she higher quality compared to the last 3 women that you've dated? If that's not the case, ask yourself why you would make the sacrifice. Point number 8 is the ex. If she has a crazy ex that tries to create drama on purpose, you might be in for a rough ride. If her ex is not around anymore, there's also a lot more space for the kids to attach to you. And who knows, maybe even something like this might happen.
What is it? What is it?
Adoption papers? But
Are you kidding me?
Point number 9 is emotional stability. Not every girl is emotionally stable. Some women have 4 children and are like Zen monks, who have everything under control. Other girls lose their mind when the food delivery messes up. Analyze how emotionally stable she is. Within the Big 5 personality test, this is marked as low in neuroticism. In order to make a better judgment about the whole situation, you can do the following. Pick one of your friends that's smart and gives good feedback. Ask them to be as objective to the situation as possible and run them through your analysis. To wrap up the evaluation, think about your deal breakers. The way to use this is by adding an importance score to the different points. If you've done this properly, it should look something like this. If you want our template, make sure to check the link in the description. Once just thinking about giving it a shot or you want to go all in, you need a proper game plan to make it work. I already made one for you, so take notes and thank me later. First, let's establish your criteria. Going into battle without a game plan is bad, but not knowing which battle to fight is even worse. Write out for yourself the following things. First, what do I need from a partner that I date? These are your deal breakers. Second, what do I want from a partner? These are your wishes. Third, what can I offer her? And fourth, what are the changes in the next 5 to 10 years regarding these points? Second, just like you have needs, she has needs as well. So the question you ask yourself, ask those to her as well. You don't have to get answers right away though. This requires some thinking. And some people have already done that thinking and other people will go blank. Third, once both parties have established their criteria, you have a proper conversation. Be honest with yourself and try to get honesty from her as well. See if everything lines up and discuss the friction points. Step number 4, I always believe that setting things up the right way will tremendously increase the likelihood of success. This also counts for your relationship. If both of you hate cleaning, the place will end up looking like a dump without any solution. To avoid this situation, it's good to make a proper game plan on what to do with cleaning. Same goes for other areas of your relationship. I'm not going to bore you with all the things that you might want to think about or manage beforehand, but here on the screen you get a couple of ideas. And in the document on the description, you can find the rest. And lastly, all comes in good time. Now I know this is a lot to take in within a 3-minute video. We stayed within 3 minutes, right? Because otherwise this video is gonna do really bad on TikTok. But there's an upside. You're not studying for an exam. You don't have to have all the answers today. So just take your time and figure it out along the way. Women with children are not ideal and will probably give you some headaches. Yet, it's not all bad. Children can bring a lot of fun and meaning to your life. And just because they're not yours, doesn't mean you cannot love them. Will it always be easy? No. Is it for everybody? Definitely not. But can a relationship with a cute single mother be one of the most beautiful things in your life? Only one way to find out.
I mean, it's my stepson, but he's my son. And his name's Wolf. And honestly, it's the best thing in the world. He comes to me and he loves me. And I know he knows my energy. And it was something I wanted my whole life. Like, I wanted a family, you know?